Good morning, everybody. How are you? Good to see everybody this morning on a lovely Monday after the storms. If you were in Puerto Vallarta, if you're here right now, then you know last night was quite the air show. My goodness. Well, thank you so much. Not only is John our Croc Cam guy, but he is also our storm guy now. He sent in some pretty cool shots of the storm last night. I'll share those with you in a minute. But first of all, good morning, everybody. Thanks for jumping in this morning. I see you, John. I see you, Matt. What's up? Sherry Cooper, how are you? Nice to see you this morning. Lovely L3, always here. Sly, always here as well. Thank you. Thank you. What is this? 3 months from today, we arrive. Yes. Good job, Dan and Kathy. I love that. Thank you for the storm clouds. Karen Miller, nice to see you as well. All right. Oh, Sage's Medicinal Kitchen. Good morning to you. Hey, Mark Hartman. Good to see you from the Netherlands. Man, you get around, brother. I love it. Good morning, Lori. Nice to see you. Casey and Cody. It's 9:01 a.m. Yo, we are doing great. Good morning, Melissa. It is August 3rd, as I try to get this in really quick. It's August 3rd. We've made it to August. And of course, you found or repeatedly found, or you're just back at home here at PVRN Puerto Vallarta right now. And I'm your host, Brent Lane. Happy to see you this morning. Today's my busy day, of course. I'm here with you guys for the next 18 to 20 minutes. And then I got to get ready for filming tonight. Tonight's my televised anchor gig, which I do as a service community. I don't get paid for that. But CPS News with Jessy and Brent tonight at 7, just like it is. Every single Monday for almost 3 years now. So good stuff. If you don't catch me, you can catch me there, but every day right here. And hey, if you're new to the show, I don't know, maybe I think I might see maybe a new person or two. Just take a second to hit the little bell down here in the corner, hit subscribe, and then just change your notification options to notify all, and you'll never miss a show. Good morning, Tom. Good to see you as well. Good morning. So I teased it, so let's have a look at it. So first of all, very different look this morning than last night. So not nice this morning, few clouds in the sky, not too much, but last night was a totally different story, as I teased a minute ago. Thank you so much to John, our Croc Cam guy. He sent us some pretty cool photos. I'm going to blow these up. These are some shots he took of the storm last night. So there's one cracking pretty much right onto the studio's head right here. I'm sure we heard that one last night. That one might be hitting right where our studio is. But thank you, John, for that shot. He took another one as well, sent it to me this morning. Thank you so much. Look at that one cracking across the sky. So I'm sure many of you saw that last night. It was quite the show. It was very, very exciting for sure. So, hey, hope you got to check that out. With that, it's time to have some coffee. Why not? Let's do it. Do you hear that? I do.
Hey, clink those cups, let's wake again. Sip the truth with a little grin.
Let's go for 2. It's Monday. We need it. Thank you.
Steam's up, sun's out. Puerto Vallarta, let's talk it out. Real talk.
That was a little bonus extra dancing content there. Thank you for the coffee. Thank you for the good mornings. And thank you for caring. You always send me that nice sunflower. I love that. All right. What else is going on? Ooh, I got something. I got viewer mail. You know, I love viewer mail. Let's get back to it. There we go. When we talk about viewer mail, we should show viewer mail. So I got this from a frequent viewer, actually. Thank you so much to Renee for sending me just a nice note. And sometimes, you know, it's not about a story or something you want me to cover. Sometimes it's just watermelon banana smoothies. I don't know if y'all saw that, but nicely done. All right. That's a good way to start the morning. So this is a bit of viewer mail I got over the weekend, and it just says, "Hola, Brent. Just letting you know how much I enjoy your show. It is quick. I love that too. Informative and fun. And I love all that too. I enjoy learning about upcoming events, restaurants, croc cams, and important information. You have such enthusiasm and positive energy. Thank you so much. And you have such, I am excited for my next visit to Puerto Vallarta, and I'll be checking out Cacao Mágico. There we go. One of our sponsors, one of the classes as we shared our class then. I'm so happy that I found you on Facebook, YouTube. I tune in whenever I can. Happy weekend. And that is from Renee. Thank you so much, Renee. You're here all the time. Username Olive Bio. Thank you so much. You know I love your mail. Thank you. Also, I want to get a big shout out. I don't know if Albert's on this morning. I don't see you, but you'll probably catch it on the replay. But Albert, so nice of you. He's a viewer that's on every single day, but he took his time to go over to Substack, subscribe to our feed to make sure he gets in his email every day. But then he did something even beyond that. He made a donation to the show. So thank you so very much. That helps fund the equipment that I might also need when the show goes on the road every now and then, with travel. Maybe we'll be traveling around with it. I don't know. But thank you so much, Albert, for your donation. You can easily do that on Substack. I give everybody everything for free about the show. Oh, Sherry, Albert's the one that told you. I love that. I'm so glad he did too. It's nice to see you, Sherry. And here, I'll give you, Sherry, you get a, let's see, nice. I like that. So yes, he is a great guy, and thank you so much, because Al knows, just like everybody, as I talk about it, if you subscribe to my Substack, you get all the content in your email. You don't have to make a donation, but he actually just went ahead and did out of the kindness of his heart. Thank you so much. Very much appreciated. And I know you're going to see this later. All right. Let us jump into some news. So weather's been kind of the topic this morning. I showed you today. I showed you some lightning from John. But did y'all see anything about that? That looks like it's out of an action movie or something. So beachgoers and locals south of Puerto Vallarta caught a stunning sight out over the ocean yesterday when a waterspout formed right off of Boca de Tomatlán. The funnel cloud stretched all the way from the storm clouds down to the sea surface, generating strong winds and noticeable spray in the water. Local residents obviously grabbed video footage as the phenomenon moved across the bay before spinning itself out. Now, if you were out on the water visiting the beach, Silver British officials note that these quick-forming weather events are fairly common during rainy season. While this specific waterspout stayed offshore and did not make landfall, emergency crews did issue immediate warnings for small boats, pangas, and water taxis to clear the area until the waterspout dissipated. So no damage or boat docks or coastal property was reported to any of that, which is good. But of course, this week, our forecast still says we're going to have a lot of moisture in the bay. We're going to have ideal atmospheric conditions for short-lived coastal storms. So just stay aware, monitor local weather forecasts. And, obviously, I'll give you a bit of information here as well. But hey, how crazy is that thing? Oh, wow, John Wright finding the tornado cyclone. I didn't even know that emoji existed. Thank you. Okay, in a bit of downer news here, we cover all the angles. Okay, so we have a comment from Melissa. So at the Hilton Vallarta, the Storm was Spectacular show. Pirate ship. So I've actually seen a sailboat out there with mast get hit by lightning. It was kind of crazy. So it hit the ship's mast, wasn't the pirate ship. All the lights on the boat went out for about a minute or two. Then all the lights came back on, and then the sailboat just continued to get out of there. So obviously they've got some resilience, but yeah, definitely don't want to get hit by lightning while you're on a boat. That is no fun for anybody. Okay. A bit of sad news today, unfortunately. This is the update on the Canadian tourist that went missing. I don't know if you guys have been following this show on, this story on social media or anywhere, but let's make sure we get the real facts here, because I've seen some inflated, non-factual stories out there. And if you know me, I hate that. It paints Puerto Vallarta in a bad light. This story has been making its rounds on social media, and I know there's not a good conclusion to this story, but the way they've clickbaited the story into making people think that there was a crocodile attack here again, it's just for the clicks. It gets picked up by international media, and it's terrible. So if you see that out there, try to correct people. Don't let these stories just live out there. I don't. But again, it's still a downer story. It's not a good outcome, but there's no crocodile involved as far as I've seen. Okay. So a multi-agency search operation came to a very sad conclusion in Puerto Vallarta after emergency crews did locate the body of an 80-year-old Canadian tourist. The visitor had been reported missing after disappearing along the local beach area, prompting civil protection, lifeguards, and municipal police to deploy a coordinated search along the coastline. Crews searching the shoreline eventually discovered the man's body in a beach zone near Marina Vallarta and Boca Negra. Authorities immediately secured the perimeter to allow forensic investigators to enter the scene and carry out preliminary documentation. The body was transferred to the Regional Forensic Medical Service to perform a legally required autopsy and determine the exact cause of death. Municipal authorities and state investigators are working alongside Canadian consular officials to assist with formal identification procedures and notify the family. Thank you to Lupio Arce, one of our CPS reporters, for sharing that. I will say I've seen additional information, and I can't verify this as of yet, but maybe they found a note indicating possible suicide. I don't know. I don't want to spread any rumors, but there's some stories out there that seem plausible from sources that I generally align with. I definitely do not align with the stories that tease this story into making it seem like a crocodile incident. I don't think that's fair to the victim's family, Puerto Vallarta, the locals, or anyone else. Let's just stop with the over-the-top fake news to try and get people to click on things at Puerto Vallarta's peril. I hate that. This is why we watch this show. This is real news. This is what we get. I don't share stuff that I don't believe in. So be it. Does it mean I'm never wrong? No, it doesn't mean I'm never wrong. I very well might be wrong, but more than often than not, I try to be right because I err in caution. Okay, with that, let's take a quick sip of coffee. We're not cheersing anything specific other than you for tuning in. Thank you so much. And thank you for that comment about sticking to the facts. That is my goal. Thank you so much. All right. I preach. I'm sorry. But it's for our good. I promise you. Okay. Moving on to something found also on the beach. This is no relation to the last story, not to give it any disservice, but there was another dead crocodile found on the beach. This is obviously from my friends over at Turbino de Bahia, who also do CPS News, so I borrow from them generously and credit them as needed. So environmental teams and civil protection personnel responded to Boca de Tomates beach after visitors reported a dead crocodile along the shoreline. Lifeguards immediately cordoned off the area to maintain a safe distance for beachgoers, while staff from the Ecology and Wildlife Protection departments arrived to manage the situation. When environmental officers inspected the reptile, they determined it was in an advanced state of decomposition, suggesting it had died days earlier in open water before tides carried it to the beach. Officials carefully handled the specimen to execute proper disposal protocols and prevent any public health or sanitary concerns. Local biologists recorded the incident as part of the ongoing monitoring for wildlife in Banderas Bay ecosystem. Environmental authorities reminded residents and visitors that while crocodile sightings are common in coastal estuaries, any dead or distressed animals should be reported immediately to emergency services. Thank you so much for Lupio Arce again for this story. I do appreciate it. And I will say I don't know how that connects to the 6 crocodiles that were recently found. Maybe it's just the circle of life. Maybe something's going on out there, but we'll continue to keep my eye on it. And that is really the only reason I'm covering. Dead animals wash up all the time, but this seems to be one that seems to be consistent a little bit right now. So we're going to keep our eye on that to figure out maybe, should it come to light, what's going on with our crocs? I don't know. Okay, let's do some positive news. How about some positive news? We all like when I show these. A little stock footage of our cruise port. And you know what I'm going to talk about. If we're talking about the cruise port, we're going to talk about ships a coming, and I know at least one person out there, Melissa, is happy to hear this story. So here we go. Tourism numbers are getting a welcome boost this month as Puerto Vallarta prepares to welcome 6 international cruise ships, which is going to double the total from August of last year. That's exciting. According to the official schedule released, these arrivals will begin to bring to our destination 95 total port calls so far in 2026, which is marking a steady recovery from maritime tourism after, 2 quieter months. If you head down near the port tomorrow, the August 4th, you're going to catch the double arrival featuring both the Carnival Panorama and the Royal Caribbean's Navigator of the Seas docking simultaneously. And as long as they dock early enough, which they do, I get an amazing view right outside the studio here. So hopefully your live shot of the day is going to have some cruise ships in it tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. That's always fun and added to the view of our location here. So the Navigator is going to return for additional stops on August 11th and 18th, followed by a second visit from the Carnival Panorama on August 20th. The month is going to wrap up on August 28th with the arrival of the luxury vessel Crystal Symphony. I don't know anything about Crystal Symphony, I've never even heard of the name Crystal Symphony, maybe explore with Melissa PV, being a travel agent that specializes in cruises. Also, one of our amazing trade sponsors. Thank you so much to you and all of the sponsors out there. Maybe she's got more info on the Crystal Symphony. I don't know. Luxury. Is it luxury? I don't know. Let's find out. So for local tour operators, taxi drivers, and business owners across the romantic zone in Centro, these ship calls bring important economic activity during the summer low season. As lovely L3 says, we so need the support to the local economy. We're all doing the best we can. Port authorities note that maritime traffic will ramp up even further in September with 10 ships scheduled, signaling the early start of the upcoming high season. Thanks again to my friends over at Tribuna de la Bahia for that story. And thank you to you, Explorer with Melissa, for confirming that that is a luxury ship. Once again, I'm going to have to look up the Crystal Symphony. I don't know anything about that ship. That's a new one to me. Okay, hopefully we'll get some shots of some of the ships. And if I see the Crystal Symphony at the end of the month, that's around the 28th, I'll take a couple good close-up shots of it so we can see what luxury looks like on the ocean. Real quick, I'm going to have one more sip of coffee with you. Banana smoothie, whatever you're having, let's do it. I'm going to get you out of here in about 18 minutes because you know I'll talk a little bit. Oh, Sherry with a comment. I love it. We cruised for 8 years straight, but then discovered Puerto Vallarta. Yeah, you know, it is interesting. We talk about it here too. So myself and my wife, Laura, do talk about what the positive and negatives are about living in a beach town. I think one of the negatives that she finds is I specifically am a little more reluctant to go to beach cities anymore because I already live in one of the most beautiful beach towns in the world. Why would I go travel off somewhere and have a beach vacation? Now, I would do it for amazing scuba diving with crystal clear waters, and I get good diving here, but I can get even better diving in some places in the world. So that's still the draw for me, but maybe you feel that way too. I don't know. Okay, thank you, Casey and Cody, for having a cheers with me. I appreciate it. So with that, we've come to the end of the show. One last reminder, do hit the bell in the bottom corner on the left or right side of your screen, wherever you see it. Yep, same here, Melissa. I agree. Again, if you do subscribe, if this is your first time on the show, just switch your notification options from default to all. That way you never miss a show. And last but not least, you know I love your mail. I almost begged for it. So, hey, appease me. I'll stop asking you. No, I'll never stop asking you for it. So, pvrnmx@gmail.com. You can send anything. Like John was nice enough to send over some lightning shots. Thank you, Sherry Cooper, for your for your lovely comments. I love that. Yes, everybody have a great weekend. If you have any viewer mail, hit me up at the email address on the bottom right corner. And with that, that's the end of the show. I'm getting you out before 20 minutes. Stay tuned for one extra minute, really about 30 seconds, to pay tribute to those reporters that make this show happen and the amazing, amazing sponsors out there. Thank you, Chandra. Thank you, everybody. Have an amazing, amazing day. I will see you all mañana, which means tomorrow. And that's going to be Tuesday, and hopefully with a live shot of two cruise ships. All right, y'all. Have a good one. Bye.